branches, statistical analysis is one paper which is included as a part of the syllabus. Just because statistics becomes very important component for the research. So now in this paper we will be understanding the measures of central tendency, and we'll be understanding the measures of variability, and also we'll be understanding the inferential statistics and descriptive statistics. So before getting into all those things, I just wanted to give you some brief understanding of what are the things that you all must first be acquainted with. So first and foremost, we need to understand the parametric test and non-parametric test. See, I'm not keeping any slides here today because this is my first class. So that's the reason I'm not keeping any slides here. But I just wanted to give you an overview of, that how the statistics are going to work here. So that's why in this class, I'm not, I have not started with any sums directly. I'll be first discussing about some of the important concepts that you all should know. Okay, so first, as you all have studied the quantitative research paper, so if anyone can give me some idea about what are the quantitative aspects that you all had studied or understood, so that I can just continue from there. Yes, anybody can just give me an idea or overview what you had studied in quantitative research paper, uh, and what is the understanding of quantitative research for you?
Collecting and analyzing numerical data.
Okay, good. And you also have finished this paper, right? This paper is completed, right? Quantitative research. Is your exam over?
Sir, exams are not over, sir. They just attended the classes.
Oh, they just attended the classes.
They are all learning, sir. Basic research and basic statistics and all.
Okay, all right. All right, ma'am. Thank you so much. So now, before getting into other things, I just wanted to make you understand one thing, that is parametric test. In statistics, we are having something called as parametric test and non-parametric test. So that is what is given even in your syllabus. Okay. Yeah. Somebody has messaged holistic. Okay. Yeah. So parametric and non-parametric tests are there as per your syllabus. So what are these parametric tests? So parametric tests are parameter. So parameter is nothing but it is coming from a population. If we understand a population better, so whatever we are drawing some inference from that population or gathering some information from that population, that can be called as a parameter. And same thing, we are also having a statistic. Okay, that is a sample. Okay, when we are drawing some information or when we are gathering the information and trying to do some inference from a certain sample, that is called sample statistic. So these are the two important concepts that you should be knowing. That is, one is parameter and another one is sample statistic. So in parametric test, what happens? The researcher will be knowing the population parameters, that is every characteristics of that particular population. For example, if I say if I say some school, okay, let us say some school, some Kendriya Vidyalaya schools in Bangalore. So now I can call this as a population parameter. Okay, I can call this as a population, and now from this I want to gather some students for my study, and I want to do some analysis. Okay, and I want to discuss those results. So then I will be calling it as I'm getting the information from this particular population parameter. So that is what the example of a school which I gave you, because Kendriya Vidyalaya schools we know in Bangalore how many Kendriya Vidyalaya schools are there, and what is the strength of the each classes. So let us assume I want to do a research or a study on a ninth standard students in a Kendriya Vidyalaya schools in Bangalore. So I will be understanding completely what is the total strength of these ninth standard students in each and every school of Kendriya Vidyalaya. Directly I can go to the commissioner office and I can access the information about ninth standard class strength. How many boys are there? How many girls are there? Likewise, even I can go directly and to their Kendriya Vidyalaya websites, and I can directly check how many students are there in their website. How many in the ninth standard class? How many students have been enrolled? So like that, we will be able to gather information from a particular school. So this school is nothing but a population. Okay, so because the population means a researcher should be well aware and he should be knowing about that particular, that particular school, okay, or that particular population. So school is a population here, and the students who are studying in the school also becomes a the population characteristics. So now if I say like ninth standard students, all these students become under a population. So now only Kendriya Vidyalaya schools are, again, that is a population for me. The schools also is a population. So I might be understanding some 15 schools may be there in Kendriya Vidyalayas in Bangalore. So that is a population for me, school population of what I am, the researcher is interested to study. And now here the population, in the population, how many students are there? I will be going through from the website and I will be taking. So let us say now on an average, let me just do a quick math here. So let us say there are 15 schools here, and each school has got ninth standard on an average 80 students. Okay, including some sections. So I'm having here 1,200 students. So these 1,200 students will become my population. Okay, population parameter. So from this, if I want to do any standard deviation, or if I want to calculate any mean, that is an average, or if I want to understand the distribution of this particular students, how they are distributed. Okay, as example, if I am giving an intelligence test on the students, so I want to know how they have performed on this intelligence test. So then I will be calculating, I'll be giving them the intelligence test, all 1,200 students, and then I will be calculating the the scores. So now that I want to know the distribution. So then I will be using in distribution I will be using measures of central tendency or measures of variability. Okay, so now I will understand in measures of central tendency, I want to understand the mean. Mean is very important for me. On an average, what is the performance of each student in the ninth standard class? Okay, among the Kendriya Vidyalaya schools. So this is another important thing that we can understand from a particular population. So likewise, we can also, this and all will come under the parameter. Okay, so I'm giving you an understanding the meaning of what you mean by parameter and what is why parameter is used in parametric test. So only the conditions and assumptions for parametric statistics or parametric tests are the population characteristics should be known to the researcher. That is number one. That means, example, I know all these 1,200 students in Kendriya Vidyalaya School, ninth standard class. So I know this. So this researcher knows very well. So this becomes a population parameter. So now this is one of the assumption that the researcher is well aware of the complete population of this entire school in Kendriya Vidyalayas in Bangalore. This is one assumption. So then I can go for a parametric test. Okay. So what are these parametric tests you are having? You can just make a note of this parametric test. So first one, you can say that independent t-test, one sample t-test, independent t-test, paired sample t-test. Okay. You are having one-way ANOVA, that is analysis of variance. Okay, then you are having, again you are having MANOVA, that is multivariate analysis. Okay, so you are also having one-way ANOVA, two-way ANOVA, three-way ANOVA, then you are having MANOVA, that is multivariate analysis. Okay, these and all are coming under the parametric test. So t-test, even the correlation. Okay, so that is Pearson correlation. So we are having on the other hand correlation tests or correlation statistics or correlation methods, where we are having different types of correlations. In that, very popularly commonly used correlation techniques are Pearson correlation and Spearman correlation. So Pearson correlation is again used as a substitute for parametric tests. Okay, that is researchers is well aware of the entire population, how many students are there. Okay, so now there is a question which will arise. Now, can a researcher go and conduct research on our entire population? Yes, you can do. But what happens? Lot of time consuming. You have to put lot of money. You have to put lot of efforts, resources, isn't it? So many, you are having all these delimitations and demerits if you want to do the study on that particular population. That is why in research, we always go by sample. Okay, so this sample is a representative of the entire population, or the sample statistic can be representative of the entire population parameter. So this is another important consideration, okay, in the parametric test. So on the other hand, there are a lot of merits of the parametric test, because now the researcher has got information of every individual, and every individual is being selected in the study. So that is a very important merit. So everyone has got an equal opportunity to be part of the study. Okay, so nobody is left over, so there is no bias here. Okay, so everyone have given equal opportunity. That is another important consideration. So other advantage of the the parametric tests are the generalization can be made. Excuse me. So generalization can be made. So what do you mean by this generalization? That means you can generalize it. Okay, so now if I have done the study on Kendriya Vidyalaya students in Bangalore, ninth standard students, I can generalize this study to the other city of ninth standard student. All the ninth standard students, they score like this on intelligence. So I can come up with a generalization. So similarly, the this is a very important aspect. Okay, generalization principle. So this principle is can be done only with a parametric test. Okay, so before we administer any parametric test, researchers should be knowing the entire population properly. So this is another important assumption. On the other hand, we are also having something called non-parametric tests. So what are these non-parametric tests? These non-parametric tests are the researcher will not be aware of the population. Okay, so the researcher will not be knowing about the population. So that is why, now for example, to give an example of this, now if I ask you, okay, so in a railway station, okay, in a railway station in Bangalore, so you have to go and do a study on people on the people uh, who are between the age group of 20 years, 18 to 20 years. So now it will become a challenge for you, because in the railway station, you see people moving around. They are not static. So there is a dynamic process happening there. So you cannot conduct a direct study on those people. So you cannot take a sample there. It is difficult for you to take a sample also. And you cannot also study the population directly, isn't it? So this is another challenge. So now the researcher is in a dilemma. He is not knowing now how to conduct the study, how to take the sample. So he is not having information about the population. That is, how many people are there between the age group of 20. He is not having the information. So this is because this will become a difficult situation for a researcher to study. Now, another example, if I want to put it technically, now let us assume sports people. Okay, sports people who have won the national awards. Okay, national level athletes in Bangalore. So you have to collect. So now what happens? You may not get sometimes all the information about the national athletes in the Bangalore. You may not get. So if you are not able to get the complete information, then you will be going for the non-parametric test. Okay, because the parameter, that is the population parameter, is unknown for the researcher. He doesn't know. He is having lack of information. Then he will be using a non-parametric statistic approaches. So what are these non-parametric statistical methods? So we are having a lot of the non-parametric statistical methods. So let us say you are having something called chi-square. Okay, you are also having something called substitute for t-test. You are having something called Mann-Whitney U test. You are having something substitute for ANOVA is called Kruskal-Wallis test. Okay, it's called Kruskal-Wallis test. Then you are having something substitute for you are having substitute test for paired sample t-test. So paired sample t-test is a when you do in experimental conditions, it is used, that is pre-test and post-test. So now you are having something called the paired sample t-test substitute test, Wilcoxon sign rank test. So these are like that, some substitute tests which are already given to us. They can be used as a non-parametric statistical test. Okay, so this is another important consideration. I will be sharing you the notes or the information about what I am actually discussing with you all. At the same time, you can just ask me questions, and you can also make this session as an interactive. So because I also feel like it will be a very monotonous for me if I am only talking. Okay, so now so far whatever I have discussed the concepts, you can just ask me the questions so that we can all get more insight on that.
Sorry, sir, Anshu here.
Yeah,
I joined a bit late. I'm sorry. And the concept of parametric and non-parametric statistics is not clear to me.
yeah.
So,
So what I am trying to tell here is parametric test and non-parametric test. Okay, we are having two tests here. So parametric test means a researcher should be knowing the desired entire population numbers, the characteristics. For example, he must be knowing how many teachers are there in government colleges in North Bangalore. Okay, so let us take for example North Bangalore. So North Bangalore, how many government teachers are there in the the state government colleges? Okay, so now first your thing, what you are going to do, you are going to first find out how many government colleges are there first in North Bangalore. Before that, you will be taking a map, and then you will be first drawing in the map North Bangalore. So where does it fall? What are the places in North Bangalore? That is what the first area that you are going to do. So you can take a Bangalore map for that case, and then you can take a scale. Okay, and then you can draw the line, northeast, southwest, like that. So now you can draw the line, and then you can see in the North Bangalore region what and all government colleges, what are the places there. Okay, so there might be some in North Bangalore. See, I'm just giving an example. Okay, so there might be, let us say, for an understanding. Okay, let me just give you a brief idea about that. So I'm just typing here Bangalore North. Okay, Bangalore North area.
sir, would you like to share your screen?
Uh, Actually, I have not done any PPT or any slide.
Okay,
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 so
okay,
since this is a first class, I
okay.
just wanted to give you an understanding of what are the main concepts in statistics. Okay,
No
so
worries.
see, I would always appreciate if the sessions are more interactive rather than me explaining or something. So that I would always appreciate. So now I just typed here Bangalore North. Okay, I am having a map here. So in this map, okay, if you want, I can share this thing screen so that it will be much more understanding for everyone. Entire screen. Okay. Just give me a minute here. I'm just trying to share the screen. Yeah. So now you are able to see the screen here.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now I think okay. Is it clear for you? Is it clearly visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now what is happening here in the screen? We can see that we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a Bangalore map which I've taken. Let me take Bangalore North. Okay, let us consider this as yeah. I got the right map now. Are you able to see the screen now? Bangalore North.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now, let me come to that. Yeah, so now you can see here the regions in Bangalore North. That's really Yeshwantpur 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, good. So now these are the main eight. The main what do you call? We can call them as a constituencies. Okay, or the regions, main areas also we can call. So the important places here. So in these important places, the eight we have got. So now I understood from a population, I got to know that there are eight important places. So from these eight important places, I will be going and checking whether there are any government colleges. Okay, let us say government, government pre-university colleges. Okay, let us say government pre-university colleges. So now in these regions, how many government pre-university colleges are there? If I search, I will be getting the information. So on an average, let us say, let me take, there are eight, no. So eight, there might be in each constituency, let us say two. So there are 16 pre-university colleges. Okay. So that is one information I got. So now what happens? Now I want to check how many teachers are there in each college. So it will become for researcher to go there and find out how many teachers are there. So on an average in each government college, there are roughly 20. Let us say 20. Okay, so there are roughly 20 teachers. Okay, so there are eight here, right? So now it will be 160. So now I come to know that my population parameter becomes 160 government teachers, pre-university teachers. So this is what I am talking about, the population parameter, which is known to the researcher now. Okay,
So, sir, basically, it is like it is based on true data, right?
correct.
Accurate data, right?
Correct. True.
Okay.
That's right.
And is it something like non parametric will be just reversed of it?
No. I'll come back to that. Okay.
Okay.
I'll come
Okay.
back to that. So
Okay.
now let us first rule out the confusion of parametric. Then we will discuss now.
Sure,
So
sir.
now in parametric, like what I was telling, I know now eight, Bangalore North, there are eight areas. Out of those eight areas, on an average, there are 60, there are in each area, there is two Bangalore Pre-University College. So now it how much it is? It was a 60.
16.
So
Yeah.
16 pre-university colleges are there. So now out of these 16, now roughly I will take 16 colleges, into each college 20 teachers. So there are 240 teachers now of all these 16 colleges. There are 240 government teachers, pre-university teachers. So now my interest would be to study them. So now I know the population parameter. So now what I will do, I will be using a parametric test, suitable parametric test. So now if I want to understand the relationship between the relationship between the job satisfaction and job satisfaction and you know the what do you call academic interest. Okay, so academic interest and job satisfaction, I want to know about these 240 teachers. So then what I will be doing, I will be framing a research question, I'll be framing an objective, and I will be framing a hypothesis saying that there is no significant relationship between uh, you know job satisfaction and academic what do you call the interest or academic interest among this government pre-university college teachers. So like that I will be framing one hypothesis, then I will be doing a hypothesis testing. So I in my the coming classes and all, I'll be discussing about hypothesis testing, which is a very important thing. Okay, in that level of significance, confidence level, how do you set that, and what you are going to do, all that I will be discussing that. Okay, so since this is a first class, and I will be taking just 1 hour session today. Okay, so I'm just going to give some throwing some in light on these things. So I will be not taking too many concepts today. I'll be just explaining these things. So now so now 248 teachers I will be studying about their the information. Okay, by taking some variables. Okay, so now this I should be, after taking all the, I'll be using some standardized questionnaires on them. I'll be collecting the data. After I collect the data, I have to use a parametric test. I should not use non-parametric tests here because I know the population, and I have drawn the data from the entire population. Then I have to go for the population parameters. So now there is another thing here. So now you might ask me, sir, I know the population now, and I cannot go and study on all 240 teachers. It is very difficult for me. So now, can I take one sample now? Let us say, let me take some 40 teachers, and can I study them, and can I use a parametric test for them? That might be your question. If you ask a question like that, then the answer is yes. Still, your sample size is 40, but still you can use a parametric test because you are knowing the population parameter. That is one of the assumption. So researchers know the population parameter, and from that population parameter, he is making sure that he is selecting all the teachers. Okay, so that is how many teachers were there? 240 teachers. So 240 teachers were there in 16 schools, right? So now what I am doing, from each of the 16 schools, I am making sure that two teachers are selected. Okay, in that case, what happens? 16 into 2.
32.
32. So 32 can become my ideal sample now. So 32 I can take and I can go for a parametric test. So there is also an assumption for doing parametric test. Okay. So one assumption is looking at the sampling point of view. Another assumption is, sorry, another assumption is by going with a normality test. So now let us assume you might have a sample of 240 or 240. So in this case, if you are taken exactly from the, you are gone exactly and taken the information, then there is no question of your data to become non-parametric. Okay, the data will fall under the normal distribution bell curve. So that is when you are going for parametric test. So now here there is no question that your data will be non-parametric. There is a parametric because you have done a proper sampling method, sampling technique you are used. Okay, so now that is another assumption, other the other way of looking at how we determine the parametric test. On the other hand, we are also having something called test of normality. Okay, so people go and do a test of normality and they determine whether they have to do a parametric test or non-parametric test. Now the question is, you don't know the population, okay, but you have taken maximum data from some population. Now you are uncertain, okay, whether this data is falling under the normal distribution or not. Then you can go and use a test called test of normality. And when you do the test of normality, you will come to know whether you have to use a parametric test or a non-parametric test. So that is another way of looking at how we should go for a parametric test. On the other hand, we are also having something called central limit theorem, which is also there in your syllabus. Okay. According to the central limit theorem, what it tells us, if your data, if your sample is 30 and above, you must close your eyes and use a parametric test. That is according to the central limit theorem. Okay. So this is another way of going for a parametric test or determining why we are going to do a parametric test. So tomorrow if somebody asks you, yeah,
Sir,
yes,
I have a question. So basically, in the test of normality, right?
mm.
Uh, do we check accuracy of our data?
In the test of normality, it is only going to tell you whether your data is falling under the normal distribution or not. That's all, nothing else.
So what do you mean by normal distribution?
Yeah, I will come back to all that, okay, because that is another concept.
Hmm.
Okay, but anyways, to answer your question, so normal distribution, I'll put it in a layman terms. So
Yeah.
it is assumed in psychology field that most of the data falls normally. That means, let us give, I will give an example. IQ, intelligent quotient. So now it is assumed that IQ distribution of entire people in Bangalore is normally distributed. For example, irrespective of the age, irrespective of the gender, we are just including everyone, okay, and calling them as a population in Bangalore. Whoever the individual is there in the Bangalore, all the living human beings, we are taking them as a population and we are telling that they're all distributed normally, meaning 68%, according to the normal distribution theory, normal distribution probability curve, 68% of the population falls under average category. That means you can take any variable like IQ, motivation, what do you call, introversion, extroversion, or any variable you can take, achievement, okay, then self concept, happiness, self-esteem, obedience,
So,
any variable.
so is it something kind of normalizing or just taking an average of something?
No, normal distribution is, wait, I'll come back, I'll come to that. So in the normal distribution curve, so it is assumed that 68% of the population is falling under the average category. They're distributed on averagely. Okay.
Irrespective of their age,
Yes,
gender.
yes, 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 yes. Irrespective of age, gender, and all that. Correct. So now, on the other hand, we are also having something called people who are also have 14% of the population towards the right side will fall. 68% of the population on an average, 14% are considered as an above average towards the right side. And towards the left side bell curve, again 14% are considered as a below average. So that is what the normal distribution roughly talks about. Okay, so let me just show you one small diagram here. Let me share that screen so that you will be able to understand that. I will explain you with that. Let me share this. Okay. So now you are able to see the screen.
Yes, sir.
Now you are able to see the
Yes,
screen.
sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Now with this screen, you can see that, okay, 68% roughly falls on an average category in the bell curve. So according to normal distribution, they explain that 68% of the population fall under the average category, and 14%, okay, so it is given 13.59, you can just take it as 14% also. So each normal distribution has given different the changes there. So just you can take 14%. Okay, so 14% on the right side and 14% on the left side. So what it will be? So now it is 14 plus 14, you are having 28. 28 plus 68, so it becomes 96. So 96% you have got the distribution. You are also left with another 4% now. That is, that will become on the corner. They will be extremely good, or they will be extremely
Bad.
they'll be more highly they fall in if you take intelligent, they'll be extremely intelligent, or they'll be above average, more than above average, okay, they'll be gifted, or they might be superior intelligence, like that. On the other hand, of the left side of the bell curve, you will be having again 2% who are again poor, who are not performing, like that, very very underperformers they will be, like that. So you got this?
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. So this is something called normal distribution. So now all of you must understand, the entire statistics is based on this assumption of normality, assumption of this normal distribution. Okay. So that means everything under the sun, according to the researchers, everything under the sun is normally distributed. It could be any variable. It could be empathy, it could be achievement, it could be job satisfaction, it could be leadership, it could be it could be happiness, it could be creativity, it could be the what do you call, any variable you take, according to the researchers and according to the normal distribution theory, people are distributed normally.
Sir, here
Okay.
I find it more of accuracy than assumption, because here we are taking data, right? I
Hmm.
mean, just now you used the term assumption. So,
Assumption. Actually, see, why I'm telling, you can see, actually they say, because it is an assumption in psychology, especially because in psychology what happens, most of the concepts are most of the things are assumed, okay, but actually when you go to the field and when you do, it will be different, but you have to go to the field and do it, only then. So that is why I'm calling it an assumption still. I'm
okay,
not completely calling it as a because as an if I now I told you an example of the college pre-university teachers, the
mm,
population, the parameter, so that cannot become assumption. So that will
correct,
definitely come under the normal distribution,
okay,
because the population parameter. Only if the population parameters are unknown, then we will be comparing our data with this normal distribution data. So what I mean to say, now let us assume I don't know the population, or I don't know the sample. Now, whatever the data I have collected, I will be comparing with this normal distribution. Based on the normal distribution bell curve and normal distribution theory, they have done lot of statistics. All the statistic analysis is done, or the statistical test is built on this assumption of normality or accuracy. What you are saying, accuracy of the normal distribution. Okay, if that is based on that normal distribution, I will say. So now, based on the normal distribution, the measures of central tendency, the distribution, variability, inferential statistics, errors, hypothesis testing, everything can be done. Okay, so that is why we are actually depending upon this normal distribution theory or the normal distribution curve. Okay, so that is another important consideration. So now you can ask me questions so far. So what I have discussed so far is I've just given you understanding about the what you mean by parametric test, and I have given you what is the difference about the non-parametric test. So one thing what I was trying to tell, for parametric test, if you want to do, you have to know the actual population parameter. Okay, so now so I was telling you, according to the central limit theorem, if the normal distribution is 30 and above, if your sample size is 30 and above, let us not deep dive into central limit theorem and all that now. Just we'll just understand according to that one theory or one theorem. If your sample size is 30 and above, you can directly go and use the normal. You can directly use a parametric test. That is another thing. So according to the sample, when you know the population sample and all that, when you make a sampling framework, when you know all this, when you're using a probability sampling technique, then you can say that you are using a parametric test. Okay, that is based on the probability sampling technique. So that is another thing. So what do you mean by probability sampling technique? You know that there are certain population you know very well. Okay, there are simple random sampling technique. You are having stratified random sampling technique. You are having area or cluster sampling technique. All these things coming under the the probability sampling techniques. On the other hand, you are also having something called non-probability sampling techniques, where you are having the because the population parameter is unknown to the researcher. That is why you'll be using a snowball technique, or you'll be using convenience sampling, purposive sampling. You'll be using, systematic sampling, double sampling, judgmental sampling, incidental sampling. Okay, all these are different sampling techniques when it comes to the non-parametric test. So this is another way of looking at why, when, and how I should use a parametric test, and when and how I should use a non-parametric test.
Sir, for non-parametric, right? Can you probably give an example, another
Yes,
example?
yes, I will give you an example. So now non-parametric test means I don't know for example, now I just went to internet, I went to Google, I went to the office of, what do you call, the university, pre-university board. Then I got a data. That is, there are 240 teachers roughly in the pre-university colleges in around Bangalore North region. Okay, now let us assume that I don't know this. Okay, I don't know how many people are there. So that time I will be blindly taking the sample, or I'm not going to use a probability method here. I'm not going to deep dive into understanding how many government teachers are there, or how many, in the north, how many areas are there. I'm not interested. I'll go to the north, any area. Some 2-3 areas randomly I'll go, and I find some colleges, and some 2-3 colleges I know randomly. So what I will do, directly I will take the data. Some 30-40 teachers I know now. I will meet them, and directly I will take from them. So this time you will be using a non-parametric test. Okay. But however, if you do a statistical test called test of normality, and then you came to know that your distribution is not normally distributed, then you will be directly going ahead and using a non-parametric test. That is a substitute for the parametric test. Okay, that is what is a non-parametric test. You are having different non-parametric tests. Don't worry, I'll be discussing about all that later. I will be also showing you the non-parametric test, how it works and all that. Okay,
Okay.
and also I will be computing some sums pertaining to the parametric test, and I will be showing you also that. And non-parametric test sums also I will be computing, and I will be showing it to you, and I will be explaining the sums also to you. So don't worry about all that. So
Okay.
basically, I'm just trying to give you an understanding about what they are. Yeah.
Sir, if we don't know if we are not clear on about the population in case of non-parametric, does this mean that it
Hmm.
would be less accurate when compared to parametric testing?
No, no, no. It's not about the accuracy. It is about the generalization principle. That means you cannot generalize. I cannot say all the government pre-university teachers will be like this, or will be scored like this, or will get like this. The scores like that. I cannot do generalizing statements. I cannot make. I can make only the generalized statement only if I do a parametric test. I can generalize it.
Understood that, sir. Thank you.
Okay. So generalizability means what? That is more people will, that means more generalization means more more accuracy, there more people will believe you, yes, this is correct. Yeah, like that. It is generalized results like that. So it can be generalized to other government school teachers also in Bangalore South. It can also be generalized. See, you have done a study only in Bangalore, 240 teachers only in Bangalore North, pre-university college teachers. You finished all the analysis, and you found that the pre-university college teachers in Bangalore North, they are having high job satisfaction, and they are also having high motivation towards teaching. So this is two, you have studied these two variables. One is job satisfaction and one is motivation to teach. So now you found the pre-university government teachers in Bangalore North, they have scored high on both these variables. That is, on job satisfaction also, they were scored high, and they are very high on their job satisfaction. That means they are happy and they're satisfied with the job. And they also have a good achievement, motivation to, the subject knowledge and motivation, all that is high. So now you can say that people who are the teachers who are there in Bangalore South, and teachers who are there in Bangalore North, and teachers who are there in Bangalore East, and teachers who are there in Bangalore West also are having high motivation, are also having high job satisfaction. You can make a generalized statement like that after you study only the North entire population pre-university college teachers. This is what I am telling you. What do you mean by generalization?
Got it, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
This central limit theory is not very clear to me. Can you explain again,
Yeah.
please?
See, central limit theorem, what I was telling, we are not going to deep dive into central limit theorem. Just understand that according to a central limit theorem, the sample, the distribution, if your sample size is only 30 and above, you can directly, not less than 30, it should be 30 and above, you can directly use a parametric test. You need not have to use a non-parametric test. That is what I am saying.
Okay,
That
sir.
is
Thank you.
according to the central limit theorem. If the sample you have got only, now you have taken only 30 teachers, okay, randomly you are taken 30 teachers from any of the what do you call, any of these zones. It could be Bangalore North, it could be East, West, South, North, any of these zones. You have directly taken some randomly 30 teachers you got. Okay, so one teacher was willing, she was working in let us say she was working in Malleshwaram. So that pre-university teacher said, okay sir, I will be madam, I will be interested in your study, I will take part. So another person in Pulkeshinagar, okay, Fraser Town, she said, I am also interested sir, like that she told. So like that, the people have told Malleshwaram, Mahalakshmi Levat, Batranpura, Yashwantpur, Kerpuram, like this, all teachers told we are interested, and they came. So you got roughly 30 teachers. Then you can directly go for a parametric test according to keeping the base and according to the central limit theorem. If
Sir,
somebody questions you, why ma'am you took 30 sample and why you have done parametric test, if somebody questions you, then you can tell, sir, according to central limit theorem, this theorem says that if the sample size is 30 and more, I can use parametric test. Like that you can justify your statement and your study.
they have a known sample, no, sir, known sample.
Uh, yeah, you are taking the sample directly like that. Yeah, from them. Yes.
Clear, sir. Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. It's
Yeah,
been a very nice class so far. If it is not too much, can I make a request when you are solving the problems, numerical problems? Few of the questions from the previous year question papers or the assignment, if you can cover those questions, it will really help, sir. We are absolute beginners.
yeah,
So when
definitely.
you're choosing the questions, if you can do that, or
Yeah,
if we have any doubt from the previous year question papers or the assignment, just to confirm the answer whether it's right or wrong.
yeah.
If you
That
can
also
dedicate
will be
some
one.
time, or
That, yeah, that
if
will
you can
be
plan
still
your
much.
lecture, yeah, if you can plan your lecture, including these aspects, it'll be a help, sir.
Yeah, definitely, definitely, I'll do that. So
Yeah,
please share.
thank you.
You can just share me all these questions. You can share
How
me
do we
all
do
this
that, sir?
prior, so that
How
I
do we
can
do that?
clear
How
all
do
Sir,
your
we
I
doubts.
will
share?
share the question papers, sir. Previous
Huh.
question papers to you. Assignment
Yeah,
question papers as well as the previous year's question papers. Okay, sir.
yeah. So, ma'am,
Thank you
thank you
so
Sir,
very
much,
much.
sir.
sir,
Yeah,
sir,
Thank you.
thank you. But sir, today, sir, since we have time, sir, can you take some more topics, sir? I mean, in continuation. Just a request, sir.
ma'am. Actually, I have not come planned. So planned means, I mean, I
Okay,
have,
because
as I
today
told.
we had class till 2 p.m., sir. So we thought, okay, I mean, nice amount of topic could be covered today.
No, ma'am.
So we were
He
expecting
initially
that.
he told very clearly that class is for 1 hour. He made it very clear in the beginning itself.
Okay, but
So I
but 12 to 2 time was given, no, ma'am. So
Madam,
I
one
said.
minute.
Uh,
No, this is the very first class. Okay, so we have requested sir to take the class today, and he has some other work in the office. And next time onwards, again 2 hour sessions only sir will be handling. No need to worry. We can extend the class sessions also till you understand. Okay, no need to worry.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
yeah. As ma'am told, I had already conveyed. Ma'am had also requested me, but I also have some other commitment with some PhD scholars. I have given some time for them, and they will be coming today. See, today is our college holiday. It's a second Saturday, and then I had since I had committed to ma'am, I'll have class 1 hour, and also I had informed the PhD scholars to come and meet me today. So two students are coming to get their analysis doubts cleared. So that is why I have to give time. I've already given appointment for them, so
No problem.
they'll be coming. That is the
No
reason,
problem.
or else I don't mind. I would have just gone with the discussion, and I would be happy to
Okay.
engage with all your discussion and clarify the doubts.
Sure, sure. Thank you, sir.
Okay,
Thank you,
and
sir. Thank you. No,
next
no
time
issues.
onwards,
Thank you,
we
sir.
will have. I'll ensure that the classes will resume for 2 hours, and all your queries,
Yeah.
discussions, and
Thank you,
everything
sir.
will be
Thank you.
answering.
No, no
Be
problem,
answering
sir.
all your
Okay.
questions. Okay.
It
No
was
Yes,
problem,
yes.
sir.
wonderful, sir.
No
Yes.
problem,
Sure.
sir. We can understand your problem.
Yeah.
We can
Thank you
understand.
so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir. It was a
Yeah.
nice interactive class. Thank you
Yes,
so
sir.
much.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
It was a nice
Thank you.
explanatory class. Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you, sir. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sir, thank you very much, sir.
Yeah.
Now you
Thank
are
you.
closing the session, sir.
Yeah.
Sir, I
Yes, sir.
just have
So you
a
end
question.
the.
If you had,
Yeah.
Thank you,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Will be continuing next Saturday. Okay. I'll be sharing the schedule with you all.
Yes,
Next
ma'am.
week, sir, will definitely take for 2 hour session. Okay.
Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you
Thank you
so much.
all. Today, no
Thank
other
you, sir.
session. Tomorrow, you have 2 other sessions. Okay.
Thank you
Ma'am,
so much, sir.
ma'am, Nityashree ma'am has
Sir, thank
completed
you
a
very much. Thanks, sir. On behalf of all the students, Kiran Babu, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
excuse me, sir.
Hema Malini, ma'am, are you there?
Yes, yes. Tell me.
Ma'am, I just had a few inquiries. Can I mail you? Would you please share
Or
your
your
mail?
number, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, yes. 1 minute.
Hemamali ma'am, the PPTs we've not received it for cognitive psychology. And
PPTs I have already shared. Other PPTs I will be sharing. I have typed my email ID in the chat box. Please take the email ID. And whatever the PPTs and all I have, I will be sharing with you all. And Nitya madam has sent the other PPT. I will send.
Hema Malini ma'am, sorry, I got disconnected. Can you please tell me your mail ID?
I have typed in the chat box.
Can you
madam.
please again? There was some connection problem from my side. I'm so sorry.
HemaMalini@ignu.ac.in.
Hemamalini?
hc@ignu.ac.in.
Okay, ma'am. I had a few doubts. Can I mail you and confirm, or would it be convenient if I can call you, ma'am?
No, you can mail me. Regarding what, ma'am? Regarding
the course only, ma'am. I had a few queries regarding the course only.
You can ask me now. You can ask me now. No issue.
I would prefer mailing you, ma'am.
Yes, mail me.
ma'am, also
Ma'am, I have a question regarding assignment. Ma'am, I have a
Sir?
question regarding assignment. Once I finish the assignment, for assignments, do I have to do a spiral binding on that? Because it is
No spiral binding, sir. Just pin it. Stapler pin.
stapler is okay, ma'am.
Yes, okay.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Hema
Ma'am,
Malini, I have a doubt.
Yeah.
I have a question. Because of medical issues and hospitalizations, this is my first session attending the course. So I feel a little lost because this is my first session. I would like your suggestions on how I can catch up apart from the recordings, because I'm not aware of what assignments
Go
needs to
through
be.
the study materials, madam. Slowly you go through. Exam is in June. Okay.
Okay.
And if you can't attend all the theory papers, you can attend 3 now. Again, next December, you can attend 3 like that. I am getting a call from sir. Please wait 1 minute.
Okay.
Sir, tell me, sir.
have any of you got the personality psychology slides? Any of you got the
Come again?
personality psychology slides?
Personality psychology slide.
I'm also wondering, is there like a WhatsApp study circle or a of the course participants of this batch?
There is a WhatsApp group. Anybody has a link? Can you share? Otherwise, I'll just check.
Can I share my number and would you mind adding me to it?
No problem. Just ping your number.
I just sent my number.
Okay.
Sajana.
Okay. Try to add you.
You got it?
Yes, I've noted it down. I will try to add you.
Yeah, that will be very helpful, Sajana. Thank you.
Sindhuja ma'am has.
Can you please add my number as well?
One second. Let me just try and find the link. If we can find it, I'll just.
Okay.
So I've just shared. Yeah, the link is there in the chat now. Dinesh and Arpita and Shiji. Just check if you can join. Is Hema Mandi ma'am there? Okay, she.
1 minute, I'll come back. Yes, tell me. No, sir was asking something.
Ma'am, about my books, ma'am, any idea when it will come?
Not
005.
yet received. How many have received, madam?
4 have received, 2 more to go.
May come. I'll check with the office. Okay.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I have sent emails also. No
Okay.
reply at all.
I'll check, madam.
Yeah, please.
Hemamali ma'am.
Yes.
So typically when we finish our assignments,
Ah.
I know here in Bangalore we have to submit only by the end of April, and you will tell us.
Yes.
But the handwritten copy, we give it to the study center.
Yes, madam.
Do we also have to take a copy for ourselves and keep? How is what?
Yes, madam. You will have to have the photocopy of all the assignments for your reference.
So we keep the photocopy.
Yes, yes. If any problem will not occur, but if anything is there, assignment marks are not updated at that time, we will ask a copy.
Okay.
So better to keep a copy with you all.
Okay, okay, ma'am.
Hemamaldi ma'am.
Yeah.
So I can write statistics, cognitive therapy, and lifespan in June, and the other 3 in December, right?
Yes,
ma'am?
yes, yes, yes.
But the assignments would be different or the same assignment?
Assignments,
If
yeah,
I'm not
for
submitting.
every July and January, different set of assignments paper will come.
So-
So you will have to attend the recent assignments copies.
Okay, if I'm
But
writing.
if you have submitted the assignments, no need to worry.
No, I'm not planning to submit, ma'am.
Then again, you will have to attend for July set of certain question papers. July 23, January 24.
Okay, so the next exam would be in December, right, ma'am? September, I
December.
have to send the assignments.
Yes, yes.
So new assignments.
New assignments.
Okay.
But ma'am, for September submission, it will be the Jan 2023, which is the same as June 2022.
No, every time what we do in IGNO, July and January. Means July 22 and January 23, same set of assignments will be there.
Yeah.
Again for
So if you're
July
submitting
23,
in September,
you have to attend, you have to take July 23. Whatever the recent set of assignments, you will have to attend those only.
Got it, ma'am. So when will I get those assignments before?
And also, if you have done the previous set of question papers, you will have to attach a question papers. Don't worry about that. If by mistake you have attended the old question papers, maybe this Jan 23 and all, and enclose the question paper with your answer booklet. That's all.
Like that. Okay, ma'am.
No problem.
That is the assignments you're talking about.
Yes, yes.
Hemamali ma'am.
Yeah.
I think Anita's answers are answering my questions as well. But I have another basic question. Where do I access these assignments?
It is on the IGNO website, madam. IGNO website, student zone. Go to downloads. Assignments are there. You can check that.
Okay. So what my understanding from Anita's questions as well is, I can either complete all my assignments and attend 3 papers in June, or in July I can do it afresh. Take all the assignments and all the 6 paper exam.
Yeah, you can do it fresh also. And the other thing is correct. What Chitra madam was telling. This assignment set of question papers for June, your batch, June 22 and January 23, same set of assignments will be there. So the same set of assignments are there for September also. Same set it is.
Oh, good
Because,
news, ma'am.
because January, whoever has joined in January also will be submitting the same papers, January 23. And yours and their papers are same. For 2 cycles, it will remain same.
Okay.
Submissions in
So,
April.
Are you sure, ma'am? Are you sure about
September?
Sure.
So, so I can write the assignment and keep,
Yes, yes,
even if I'm
yes.
not submitting in
If
April.
you have completed writing assignment, you can submit now itself, and not now, April, this cycle, under this cycle, and attend the exam in December.
Yeah, if I'm not able to submit by
If you
April,
are not
May
able to
also I
submit
can
same
try.
set of question papers, yes, then September you submit.
Oh, great, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you, Chitra.
No.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. That is helpful for me also.
And I can continue to register for the next year also, second year.
Yeah, next year, irrespective of your attending or completed the assignments, you will have to take admission for the second year in the month of April, March end or April. That
Okay.
the link will be opened.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, ma'am. So this year won't be we won't automatically get into the second year. We have to register again, ma'am.
You have to register again. You have to pay the fee and register.
Okay, okay, ma'am. And what will the course be listed as for the second year?
You have different electives, madam. Clinical, counseling,
Okay,
and industrial.
okay, ma'am.
You will have
Okay,
to select.
all right, ma'am. Thank you.
Hema Malini, madam, is the study center same as the exam center that we choose
No,
for
no,
the
no, madam. All your study centers are not the exam centers. There will be limited number of exam centers. Okay. Your study center may not be the exam center. You will have to select from the list. When you apply for the exam, you
Okay.
will have to select from the drop menu. Okay.
Okay.
Maybe within Bangalore, outside Bangalore, or outside the state also.
Okay, that will be exam center, no, madam. When I am filling for the examination fees.
Yeah, that will be the final. If you, for
Okay.
example, BES college in Jainagar, okay, and BIT, Vivipuram, all are the exam centers. Alamin College,
Okay.
Lalbagh.
Hasnath also, no, madam.
Hasanath also is the exam center. So if you select any the exam center nearest to your point, you can select.
April
My
5th is the
question to
last.
you is, madam, it is, see, I saw the list of exam centers. Now, when I have to submit my completed assignment
That
physically,
is
it
to
will.
your study center only. Exam
Okay.
center is nothing to do with your assignments. Okay.
Okay.
You have to submit your assignment to the study center. Till the study center is not yet established, we have asked you to keep the assignments with you. Then we will inform, maybe in the month of April, once the study center is, then we will inform you where to submit.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for confirming.
Ma'am, Nitishri madam has completed all the blocks, no, madam?
No, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, last one.
Tomorrow, the last session for that MPC 2.
Okay. Then you will give the PDF notes.
Yes, yes, yes. We'll give.
Thank you.
Ma'am, if we write only 2 papers, can we continue the lectures, ma'am, later?
I didn't get you.
Ma'am, if we write for 2-3 papers, the coming exam,
Yeah.
later on, can we attend the other lectures, ma'am?
No, the thing is, you may not get the links. This is for your session, so we are sending the links. We don't send the links for the backlog.
Oh.
Because number will be big always. So we will not send this theory class links to everyone, even for the previous sessions. Only for that particular session, we will send the links.
Oh. If somebody is not taking the whole exam, they can attend, ma'am?
No, that's what I am telling.
Okay.
This sessions will be conducted only for that particular batch. Okay, whether you are attending the examination, not attending the examination, we don't come to know, and we don't send the links to the previous batches.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, leave the session this time. Tomorrow we'll meet you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, ma'am. Thank you.
Clarifying, ma'am. Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.